What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more acid techno. Indeed, I'm excited to do this one. This is a tune that I had on my list to react to on my old channel, and then, the last couple weeks there's been this back and forth drama about whether I was going to get to keep my old channel. The verdict is no, I have to move to this new one. Thankfully, I've been allowed to get my old videos, so eventually all the old content from my previous channel will be uploaded here to this new channel. For those of you who have been watching the old one, I promise I'm going to keep sprinkling in new videos like this when it comes to the techno uploads, so that it doesn't feel like everything that I'm uploading, techno or trance or hardcore or whatever, is something that I've already done. And again, this channel is going to be a bit more balanced, more punk rock reactions, classical, reggae, hip hop, you name it. But the reality is all the old techno reactions and trance reactions, hardcore and so on, will be on this new channel. And again, I'm going to try to keep interjecting some new videos here and there so that people who've been following the old one don't feel like it's just a stream of stuff they've already seen. Nevertheless, we're going to listen to a tune by Yelle, aka Gizelle, shout out to her. Old school member of the Stay Up Forever crew, and indeed this release is from 1996. It's Stay Up Forever number 24. The title track of this one, or the marquee track, is Purple Heart. It was later remixed on Acid Head's Acid Test label. All the remixes are great, but it did kind of make me sad that there wasn't at least one remix of the tune we're going to listen to here, which I think is sort of the hidden gem of this. It's the B1 tune, Lemon Soul. And I do want to mention again my late friend Matt Acid Brew. We used to talk about tunes all the time, and I remember us sharing a nice conversation about how we both really appreciated this tune and thought it was indeed the best track on this record. So R.I.P. and shout out to Acid Brew. So here we go. This is Lemon Soul by Yelle, 1996, Stay Up Forever 24. Oh, and I should mention this tune on the record. It says that it was engineered and arranged by Top Geezer, Guy McGaffer at Geezer Studios. So shout out to Guy as well. Oh, first of all, you can hear the acid just sort of bubbling in, kind of creeping in, but that little beep, it's like a high, like a water drop sound. But now we have this grinding, increasingly aggressive synth. And the acid grows. You can feel Geezer's touch in that acid layer. Water drop sound at the top. I love it. And I think there's a moment where those dead pauses, they end with that drop sound. So we have this low, again, softly boiling layer. Now we have this higher, waiting for it. I wasn't in that moment I was unsure if it was that measure or the next one, but yeah. Acid intensification has occurred. Love that little dead pause there. After, what was that, a 16? Or was it a 32? But the way now this is buzzing on top of that low boiling layer, it's they really complement each other well. Wow, the oil's getting hotter. got those like, almost remind me of skankadelic acid like a decade later. That kind of that warbly one like on the sides. Again, the spatial arrangement of sounds in my brain may be an idiosyncratic thing, but I will mention it when it occurs. Getting up into the chirp range, the high one. Oh. Some like factory noises. Like, kind of like louder buzzing one, almost like an alert. And then a the way those two complement each other, right? And all the while, and not like a proper breakdown, right? Like, take a breath, reconfigure, let's go. I like that sound, like shouting out over the top of the track now. And did you hear that really high acid flourish? High acid line is just fishing up in the chirp range. Listen to the highest acid line, and then it like reduces the intensity as we begin our march out the doors. So I'd probably begin my double drop at that last transition, but I'd let this run because that real energetic, like staccato acid line, it'll serve you well in a long double drop. I forgot that came back. Maybe don't start mixing out yet. Cheeky fucking 90s tunes that just don't follow like cookie cutter patterns or rules. They just like, nope, we're coming back. Here's another fucking hard ride out. Like here's another like flourish, another crest. And now, again, like I love the eccentricity of that. Shout out to Gizelle and Guy. I love that layer too, and then below it all, the deep, like boiling layer. And that scraping sort of synth becomes apparent again. It just turns off the lights. Is that right? Just like we out. I do fucking love that track. Like I said, I think it's the best track on the record. I like the other two, including Purple Heart, and I get wanting to remix Purple Heart. You know, it's interesting when, you know, they've come back to remix older tunes. I mean, there's so many good ones to choose from that, you know, there's been no case where they've remixed a tune and I thought, oh man, I don't know about remixing that one. But I have had a couple cases, including this one, where I was like, oh, that's cool, but damn, you couldn't give me one remix of a tune on the other side. So yeah, maybe one day they could come back and remix Lemon Soul. I think it would be worthwhile. I'd love to hear a modern take on this. But yeah, it's a classic one from, you know, a year that I've talked about a lot, acid techno and a lot of other electronic genres. 96, I just feel like so many producers and labels were just really pursuing sounds that they wanted to hear, and other people, you know, were celebrating and so on. So like I said, 96 is just sort of a magical year to me, and this is another example. So like I said, shout out to Stay Up Forever, shout out to Gizelle, shout out to Guy for his engineering and like studio work on the track. Yeah, let me know if there's another early stay of forever you want to hear. I have most of the catalog. I've talked about it in a million other videos on my old channel, but yeah, just go to my Mr. Tom Servo Discogs collection, which, like on the old channel, is linked to the main page here up in the corner. It's one of the icons that looks like a record. And you can go through my Acid Techno / Acid Trance folder. It's a combined folder because, again, there's a lot of mid-90s tunes where it's like, it's got elements of both. So I decided just to make it a joint category way back in the day, and I stand by that. So you can go look through, just check out all the records, and, you know, if one stands out or, you know, a tune on one of the records, like, oh man, I forgot about that one. Please do let me know. I'd love to take more Acid Techno requests. Other than that, I really do appreciate you listening and watching. Have a good day. Have a good night. I'll see you next time. Peace.